Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 24 of Direwolf20's server play series on Forgecraft2. I am hanging out with Player, because we're going to go have a lot of fun. But first, I'm grabbing some pumpkin seeds, because we don't have any pumpkins. Well, we have pumpkins. We have 3 or 4 of them, as you can see. We had them in our AE system. Somebody found them somewhere. But I want to do something cool with them. So, ready for this trick?
Don't forget you're hanging out with me.
Yes, Rorax is here too. I'm hanging out with a lot of people, I'm going to be honest. Like, there's a ton of people on right now. Pahamar, Player, Amnet, Aurelian's here, iTune, Manalian, Morvy's here, Mysterious Ages, Neptune Pink is here, but I'm not sure if he's talking. Rorax, Sasha Varel. Yeah, Neptune talked. Okay, cool. There's a lot of people. So where do I want to grow this? I want to do something like... Here's a neat trick for pumpkins, by the way, guys. Transition planes. Awesome. I'm going to request 3 of these. Oh, Ars Client Class. Oh, Rorax, what is that fanciness going on right there?
That's a spell reflection zone.
Nice. You got the zone spell?
Yeah.
Can I try and shoot you?
Go for it.
Oh, dude, it's bouncing off. Look at that. Or are you blinded?
It still hit me, strangely enough.
Maybe one of them got 3. Or got through.
Try it in a second.
Okay.
Try now.
Oh, no, that bounced off and blinded me.
Okay, that's personal reflection. So
Nice.
zones may be a bit tricky at the moment.
Yeah, zone, it looked like it was bouncing, but I'm not 100% sure.
You might have to hide behind it rather than in it.
That definitely could be.
I thought it would be useful for the arcane boss. What?
Ah,
Okay,
yes.
zone spell is crashing player, but not you.
It might be
Yeah.
crashing me.
So every time she casts that spell, your game crashes, Player? Mwahaha. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I'm standing in lava right now and not dying.
Yeah, that's Forgecraft2 at the moment.
Yeah, for some reason fire isn't damaging people.
Yeah. Fire and like 1 or 2 other effects are not appearing to damage people.
Well, normally I'd be happy about that. I'm trying to suicide so that I can get back to spawn.
You want to be at spawn?
I'm close enough to death right now anyway. I might as well just suicide. I don't have anything on me.
How's that work? I sent you to the workshop. Close enough?
Yeah, and I die.
And you died in the workshop. Way to go. I tried to save your life.
Oh, well, thank you for the effort.
But you would have no part of that, would you? You're like, nah.
I saw an Eddie Ruckus. I'm going to blame him.
I could go along with that.
I spawned in the same spot I died. Oh my god.
There's an Eddie Ruckus here?
Well, not in the TeamSpeak, but he's on the server.
Oh.
That was funny. I double stacked a
Yay.
transition plane. That doesn't work. Let me go get it because it went into my AE system. So you see what I'm doing here, Player? Check this out. This is going to be my little pumpkin farm on the side of my house.
Oh, that's clever.
Right? It works for melons too, apparently. I tried this, I think, in an earlier version, and it worked. I haven't tried it in 1.6. But basically, the pumpkins will be forced to grow onto the transition plane, and poof. So we should come back a little later and see more pumpkins.
You cook with cocoa beans, right?
Sure.
Make cookies.
Okay.
Like in real life or in Minecraft?
In real life. No, stop. Not in real life. In Minecraft. Minecraft is real life, right?
Kind of the same thing, yeah.
My real life involves Minecraft. Close enough.
So what are we doing today, player? We're summoning a Winter Guardian? Player made me, by the way, well, he made a spell that's really awesome. But I want a different version of it, so we're going to go fight a Winter Guardian so we can get an even better version of this thing. Let's see, where's my thing with the stuff? There it is. It's the Uber damage spell. Is it still on your thing over there, Mr. Player? I want to go show them the components of the spell and how crazy it was.
Sorry, I need to test something on you.
Oh, that sounds like a good time. Where's Soren when I need him? It's a combination spell of beam, and it does magical base damage, but there's a damage modifier 3 times, so it basically like triples or maybe quadruples the damage, and it also applies the slow, blind, life drain, and freeze effect. So it's a very powerful spell, but it's a beam, so it kind of has shortish of a range. Like, it's not a terribly good range on the beam, but it also like applies really well. So let's see, where is it? It's here. So like as I cast it, like it's shooting out the beam, and keep in mind like Mythian's like reworking his particle effect system, so that's why a lot of the particle effects aren't totally perfect yet. But it's really a powerful spell. I named it Uber Damage. But it's a beam, so it's kind of shortish on its range. It's not a terribly long range, so I want the particle. What do you want to test, Vorax? Is it going to kill me?
It might kill you, but I need you to buff yourself with something.
Oh, okay, I can do that. How about 2 somethings? There you go. Ow, that did 6 hearts of damage and removed my buffs.
Yes! It works.
And internal server errored me.
Yes!
There we go.
She hit you so hard it kicked you off the internet.
Yeah, she hit me so hard it crashed my game. Do you see this Uber spell? This will probably kill you, Vorax.
Okay, I'm prepared for all my stuff on the ground.
Okay, you ready? I'm going to hit you just once. Keep in mind it's a beam spell, so I could keep it held down and hit you multiple times. How much damage did that do?
I can't actually tell. Hold on. 2.
That did 2? There's no way that did just 2.
Try again. Try again.
How much did that do?
That almost killed me. I'm on half a heart.
Yeah. That was on low casting mode, by the way, not normal.
Wow.
Yeah. Player made that spell. It has all like one of the last items on the physical damage tree, or the damage tree of spells. Let me go over to the Oculus to show people on the video. One of the last things way down here is called a damage buff. Oh, I got beam. That's cool. But this is called damage down here, and it's a modifier. So you can modify your spell with damage. So if we look in Arcane Compendium, we'll see modifiers here. Damage amplifies the damage dealt by spells, and you can stack it up to 3 times, it appears, because after 3 times it disappears. It like grays itself out type of deal. So I want that as a projectile, so it's a long range. But I also want to... Oh, I'm getting another internal server error. That's cool. I think ever since you did something to me, I'm getting internal server errors whenever I buff myself.
Oh.
So maybe, what'd you do, hit me with a dispel?
Yeah.
I probably have to just close Minecraft and reload it or something, which I'll do in a second. So I want to, player wanted to, before we make this really cool spell, we're going to put the speed buff on it as well. So it'll be a modifier with both damage and speed. And this guy will enhance the speed of the projectile. So it'll make it fly out of our, spellbook faster. Like a normal projectile looks like, it's not slow, but it's not fast either, right? Like it goes like that. So it's pretty quick, but it would be a lot faster. And it would be harder to dodge then. So let me relog so that I don't crash every time I buff myself. Because we're about to go into a really hard fight. Yeah, just testing to make sure I definitely crash every time I do that. Arcane Compendium... We're about to fight the Winter boss. And it even has like a note down here. This is a very difficult boss that can take down even the most well-geared players. So, but it sounds like he does physical damage, and it sounds like, well, he freezes people and he saps their strength. But it looks like he's pretty much a melee fighter. So if we can stay at range player, we should be in pretty good shape. Sound good? All right, we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, we're back, and I think we're ready for this. Hi, Morvy. Okay, so I'm thinking this is as good a place as any. So, the deal was be in a snow biome. Check. Hopefully. Place a gold inlay circle on the ground and build an effigy to the Winter Guardian in the center. Ice on top of 2 blue topaz blocks. So we're going to want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then ice on top of 2 blue topaz blocks. Ice I got with my Silk Touch pick. Blue topaz looks awesome. One sec, be right back. Fence it in first? Yeah, we can do that, player, if you want. Do you have any fences on you? I have fences, if you want to do that.
Literally fence it in.
I'm stuck in the ground, and I can't get out.
Yeah, I choose.
Yeah, I choose. I have 520 eggs. Maybe I should turn off my egg collector. But part of me just likes it being there. I need fences.
Got a bunch of hot ice.
What?
Hot ice. You can get it from the place here.
Oh, you want the hard ice? We can do that. Alright,
Oh, it
YouTube.
was right there. It's just...
We'll be back once we build a little place to entrap this guy.
Okay.
Alright, we're back, and we're ready to do this. Neptune's here, player, Rorax, and me. We're going to try and take on this nasty ice golem dude. So, I can't heal myself because of crash whenever I do it bug. Even though I closed Minecraft and went back in, it's causing something on the server. So it's a bug we have to report to Mythian. So at this point, we're going to have to hold off and wait. But we're ready to summon it anyway, and you know what? I'm just going to try and avoid buffing myself. And hopefully my Uber damage beam and other things will help to make this, work. Ready?
Did you know that comes from your face, by the way?
Awesome.
You have eye lasers.
I have eye lasers. 1, 2,
Porcupine.
3. Porcupine. What did I do wrong? Did I do something wrong? Place a gold inlay circle on the ground and build an effigy to the Winter Guardian in the center. Ice on top of 2 blow topaz blocks. Then create 3 snow golems close by to fuel the summoning. That's all it says to do.
Maybe the biome is wrong?
It might be the biome is wrong. Could have to be snowing. You want to just test that?
Let's do it.
The Water Guardian needed rain, right? So maybe the Winter Guardian needs snow. Will I get my pumpkin back if I kill one of these snowmen?
No, I don't know, but I can get you a pumpkin if you need one.
I'm guessing my pumpkin farm might have made some. Maybe it just doesn't like this biome. But he said he was using the biome dictionary thing, so this biome should be registered as a snow biome of some sort.
It may be registered as a wasteland.
You think so?
Maybe.
If it's a wasteland, that's your problem, probably, right?
It can be registered as more than one thing.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a glacier. You guys hang out there. I'll see if I can find another ice-ish type area.
You're gonna go away, and then all of a sudden we're gonna have this delayed spawning of this guardian, and all die because you're not here.
I doubt you'll die because I'm not there. You'll probably die if I am there and survive if I'm not, so you're probably better off.
Okay.
Alright, YouTube, we'll be back once we figure out what's up. Okay guys, we're back. Now, we've done everything we can to try and get this mob to spawn legitimately, but we think it's a bug preventing him to spawn. We're doing all the steps, obviously, that are explained in the compendium, so we just gotta check with Mythian if we're maybe doing something a little bit wrong. Not positive, but we've tried a couple different things, and we think it's a bug. So as a result, we've done what we need to spawn him, we just need to get him to spawn. So guess what? We're gonna spawn him in cheaty mode style. So player, do you have an egg, or should I do it?
Player wants the 3 golems.
If you have an egg, you can feel free. I got it? Okay. And we're doing the Winter Guardian, right?
That's the one.
Ready?
No.
Too bad. Here goes nothing. Go ahead, player. Get out of here before I jump on this one. Winter Guardian. Whoa, did you see what he just did to all those snow dudes?
Yeah, they went flying.
Yeah, they did.
Haha! Uh-oh. Oh!
Oh boy.
Oh my.
Did you jump in there?
No, he sucks you through.
He sucks you through blocks?
Yep.
Oh, that's not
If
good.
he can see you. He has like a tractor beam.
That sounds terribly terrible.
He did not like my dispel knockback arcane damage though.
I'm using my Earthkiller 9000. Oh boy, he sucked me in. You're right. Tractor beamed me. Did he get out?
I don't know.
He looks like he got out. I'm taking him down beam-wise. Come on. Almost there.
Stay on target.
Nice! That's what's up. Oh, and you get ice essences too. Player, correct me if I'm wrong, but is this a green infinity orb? Or Axe, would you like to teleport back over here to get your stuff?
I'm here, but and I also went in there, but I can't find the rest of my stuff.
I got some of it. Hold on.
Oh,
That looks like all of it, maybe? Miner's backpack you had, I guess?
yep.
Is that everything then?
Let me just double check. Okay.
Wasn't that a hard mob, player? I thought that was a hard mob.
That was meant to be a hard one, yeah.
I mean, it indicates that it's a hard one. So that did drop a green one, right? Maybe the hard ones have a chance of dropping green, but only rarely drop red?
I had a second minus backpack.
Oh, I have it again. There you go.
Oh, forestry job, yes.
Yeah, come on, drop on the ground, Miner's backpack. Did you get it?
I got it now, yeah.
Cool. Okay. YouTube will be back. I think I want to try fighting this guy again. Okay, guys, after a little bit of playing around, I'm wearing a radiation suit. That's because it's time to start playing with fuel rods, depleted uranium. So I've had my nuclear reactor running here for a while. I actually just replaced the fuel rods that are in there because we ran out of lava, as you can clearly see. And my MFSU was getting low because it burned up all my uranium and turned it all into depleted uranium, fuel rods, and that's trouble. So what do I do with these guys? Good question. I'm glad you asked. Let's go look at the thermal centrifuge. I'm pretty sure I still put them in the thermal centrifuge when I'm done with them, right, player? The fuel rods that are depleted?
Yes.
Okay, good. Orax and player both say yes. So if you thought uranium took a long time to heat up the thermal centrifuge, you ain't seen nothing because depleted uranium fuel rods take a really long time for the thermal centrifuge to heat up, and we'll probably have to wait a few minutes here and come back once it's done. So I'm actually going to throw some overclocker upgrades. Overclocker upgrades, as far as I've been able to tell, and player can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they affect the amount of time it takes to heat up the thermal centrifuge, so it won't heat up any faster. But once it is done heating up, it will definitely process things quicker. Correct. Player agrees, and so do I. So we'll be back once this is heated up, and I'll show you all about what you can do with stuff after you've got your fuel rods from depleted uranium.
So,
Alright guys, we're back. While that's waiting to heat up, I've gone ahead and cheated in myself an Archmage Podium. If you remember from Ars Magica 1, this is the way you unlock your upgraded spellcasting mode, which is called Augmented Mode. Typically you're going to find this in World Gen structures, but I was just talking to Mythian like right this minute, and I said, you know, we want to test out this thing, but unfortunately that World Gen isn't implemented yet. Like, is it going to be in soon? He said not terribly soon. He's still working on like how exactly it's going to work. So he suggested I just spawn one in so that we can unlock Augmented Casting Mode and then start testing our spells in Augmented Mode. So Rorax, ladies first.
oh, you're so sweet.
I try. Did it work?
I don't know whether that did it. Yes, it did. I get a full moon.
Nice. Okay. It used to do like a crazy sound effect and a little bit of a visual, but I guess that's temporarily removed. But yeah, we have a full moon. I could test my haste heal regen effect. By the way, also Mythian knows how to fix this bug and hopes to have it fixed in the next version. So hopefully next episode. Oh yeah, look, it let my buffs last a little longer now, so that's good. I bet my beam uber damage does a lot more damage. Oh yeah, the mana cost is really high on that. Yeah, I'm probably not going to be casting this spell in augmented mode anytime soon. Also, there's a bug with beam spells. They're supposed to drain mana every tick. So instead of, like right now, it's supposed to drain like X amount of mana per tick. But instead it's just draining it like after you release the spell. See how my mana just drained there a little bit instead of it continually draining. So this beam spell will not be as good probably once it's working properly as intended. How's my thermal centrifuge doing? There we go. We're getting all kinds of cool stuff. Oh yeah, thermal centrifuge is draining a lot of power. That's right. We'll leave the maybe 3 overclockers in. That might be good. See, we do get some pretty cool stuff. Looks like we're getting tin dust out of this. Player bug report. Alright, so that's all done. So what did I get? I got small piles of plutonium. I also got uranium, by the way. So it does give you back some of your, non-processed uranium. Can I turn uranium into small piles of uranium? I guess I can just do it like this. Player bug report number 2.
No, small piles of uranium are a different kind. You'll see that uranium is 238 and small piles are 235.
Right, but there's a shapeless crafting recipe for uranium-235 to turn it into small uranium-235. Is that supposed to be just like a carryover from the old version?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So is there any way to turn 238 into 235? I guess not really, huh?
Not that I know of. We just get lots and lots of nuclear waste in the form of 238.
Gotcha. Okay, so small piles of uranium can be turned into plutonium. Or, yeah, small piles of plutonium can be turned into plutonium, and you can use plutonium for 2 things. You can either use it to create MOX nuclear fuel, which remember I told you guys MOX nuclear fuel is a modifier based on the heat. So the heat of the reactor will cause MOX nuclear fuel to create more EU. So if you have it like really hot, it'll produce almost up to 4 times the energy. Or you can make pellets of RTG fuel, which we saw in Rorax's reactor yesterday. Let's take a look. So I'm going to go ahead and get these small piles of uranium going. I'll turn it into 1 plutonium. And I'm going to make a nuclear... That's not what it's called. What am I looking for here? Player, it's the thermal electric thing. There it is, Radioisotope Thermoelectric Gen. And I'm in cheat mode still. Cheater! Such a cheater. Cheater! So I need a reactor chamber and a generator. Those don't sound terribly hard. And some iron item casings. Back when I got them. Here we go. Radioisotope Thermoelectric Generator. Requires RTG fuel. Okay. So let's get some of that. Which is pretty simple. It's basically iron ingots surrounding a plutonium block. Now these guys are, I'm not going to lie, pretty awesome. I'm thinking I'll just place him right... we're probably going to expand this thing, so maybe right here for now would be a good starting point for this thing. What does he do? Well, you place your pellets of RTG fuel in here, and you'll notice that you have 5 slots available for your RTG fuel. Placing 1 pellet of RTG fuel in here will have this radioisotope thermoelectric generator creating 1 EU per tick. Placing 2 in here will have 2 EU per tick. 3 will have a total of 4. 4 will have a total of 8. And all 5 will have a total of 16 EU per tick. So it's basically powers of 2. So if you look at me when I was asking player, it's basically 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, based on how much RTG you have in here. This fuel never burns out. So this will last forever. So every time you put RTG fuel in here, up to all 5, you'll basically have 16 EU per tick that runs all the time and will never burn out. Pretty cool. So that's the thermoelectric generator. It's pretty nice.
I have to correct you.
What's that?
It will burn out after 200 years.
200 years. In-game years or real-life years?
Real life years.
Real-life years. All right, guys. So 200 years from now, if you keep your server running that long, your RTG fuel might burn out. I don't know, though. I'm not seeing a damage modifier on it. I think you're lying, Rorax.
No, it just hasn't registered the first lot of damage yet.
Okay. So
Rorax, you're such a liar.
that might happen after 1 year?
2 years.
2 years, okay. 2 years, we'll see the first tick of damage appear on this. Remember, that's real-life years, so that's assuming you don't shut your server down ever. You know, like 2 years from now, somebody's going to comment on this video and be like, Rorax was lying all along.
Well, you know, nuclear waste has a half-life of 200 years, so...
True, probably true. So definitely keep a hang on to your fuel rods. We do want to upgrade this thing to a 6-chamber reactor, probably extremely soon. Like super duper extremely soon. So I'm going to look into some good 6-chamber reactors because I'm burning through nuclear fuel like you wouldn't believe. And I'm jumping around like a dope because I'm not wearing my awesome armor. Player, how's that spell coming along? Are we rocking? Expensive. Well, it's like an Uber spell, so it's going to be expensive. I'm kind of interested in seeing it tested out. Did you see we put an augmented thing in the workshop, by the way? So you can upgrade yourself to augmented. Nice. Alright, guys, we'll be back in a few. Alright, guys, we're back.
Even in my knapsack.
No portal gun? I
No,
must have
sir.
put it somewhere. It's around here somewhere. Alright, so player made a bunch of stuff. These are all the things you need for this spell, player, hopefully. Because it's a slightly different spell now, but it should be pretty much the same components, right? Yeah. So we're going to have 3 damage buffs, which is the max. You can have 2 speed buffs, a fire damage, slow, blind, life drain, and you need all this stuff to make it. Craziness. Yeah. Alright, go for it, player. This should be a really powerful spell. It's basically the projectile version of this beam spell we have, but with like 1 or 2 little improvements. You can, by the way, like throw everything in at once and it'll just procedurally get through it all. I usually throw it in one at a time for effect, but like you can just drop it all at once, it doesn't matter. Like it does have to be in order, but it'll like get the one and then pick up the rest that it needs. Presumably. Maybe I'm lying because you just threw Ender Essence out there and it didn't grab it. It did when I tested it in single player. Yeah, stack size, that's probably correct. It probably stacked your multiple Ender Essences into one. So much stuff needed. So basically the way it seems to work is like each effect has like a specific type of, you know, a couple items it needs. So the more effects you stack on there, the more items it needs, obviously. Leather boots. Holy cow, man. I really do like the custom spell crafting mechanics, though. You can really make some cool combinations. We haven't even gotten to, like, interesting combinations or creative ones. We're just going, like, straight up normal ones now. It's a ton of runes. There you go. Scroll's ready. I will be a test subject for this if you want, player. I have no idea what this is going to do to me without armor on. Keep in mind the spell should bypass armor for the most part, so. What'd you wind up going with? Fire damage. Nice. Oh? Nice. 40k mana. That's insane. Are you casting normal or low right now? I would do low first. Ready when you are, sir. Oh boy. That was 4 hearts maybe? Let me eat real quick. So that's low casting. So beam definitely did more damage than that. Not yet. Hang on, let me do, I don't really have a regen spell that won't crash me. For testing purposes. Alright, ready. Oh boy, that was a one-shot from full health. Was that medium casting mode? Nice. Why does my bed keep getting obstructed? Nice. Cool, man. Alright. I'll take a copy. I'll have to make one of these off camera because that is a lot of items that you need to get. But for now, guys, Direwolf20 has to sign off on the episode. So, hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back next episode. I want to start working on, we've been doing a lot of magic recently. Leave me some comments. Let me know. Are you guys really enjoying all the magic we're doing? Or, like, are you ready for a little bit of a change of pace? Let me know what you think. And we'll be back next episode. We'll probably work on some tech stuff. I do want to automate my nuclear reactor a little bit. Those things do accept die-sided, right, player? So I should be good there. Okay, are we good here? Yeah. I have to go get a bunch of stuff so I can make a spell like that, because that is a cool spell. So I do kind of like the beam one. Oh well, we'll have fun with it. And let's see. I want to get more of these RTG pellets, and I should expand my nuclear reactor because obviously the single, cell of this thing. I mean, we already, since I put these things in here, we're like a third of the way through the fuel, and we've only really gotten up to like a small amount of EU in here, like a few million. So in order to keep this 40 million MFSU going, we're going to need at least a full-sized reactor, if not 2 of them. So we'll get to work on that. All right, guys, Direwolf20 signing off. Take it easy.